Lights are going up, snow is falling down. There's a feeling of goodwill around town. It could only mean one thing. McRib is here. People throwing parties, ugly sweaters everywhere. Stockings hung up by the chimney with care. It could only mean one thing. McRib is here.
At participating McDonald's for a limited time.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woo-hooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? If you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. Choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
If you want to see more companies make things in America, consider buying more things from companies who are already doing that very thing. Companies like American Giant. These guys have been making T-shirts, sweatshirts, flannels, and blue jeans in America for the last 14 years, with cotton grown right here in the USA. That means good jobs for lots of hardworking Americans in factory towns all over the country. Check out their stuff in stores everywhere, or pick up something awesome at American-Giant.com.
You're listening to 2024 in Review, a look back at some of the most compelling conversations and stories of the year, from True Crime Today and the Hidden Killers podcast. Some secrets are kept in the basement, others in the morgue. Welcome to Hidden Killers with Tony Brueski, featuring defense attorney and host of the podcast, Defense Diaries, Bob Motta.
Let's talk about Alec Murdaugh, the sequel, if there is another trial here, and what we may see there. What I am wondering about, and I'm curious to get your, and this is just all pure conjecture from us. There's nothing that's come out that's like, ooh, maybe they'll go down this road. But I am wondering if they're going to go with a third-party culprit theory on this, which they never did in the first trial. They just said it wasn't him. Obviously, that didn't work. I mean, would they possibly? I could see them entertaining that. I think a lot of us on the sidelines were going, well, even if it wasn't him, he certainly knew about it. He had some sort of involvement, or this was a horrible shakedown, like a mob hit. I'm going to kill your family, but not you. Something like that. Right. I'm wondering if they would go down that road, or if there's even any sort of evidence to go down that road with.
It's a interesting question, but yeah, I mean, you've got to look, if you're the defense, and I have no idea if Griffin and Poot would be the two guys handling it again. Yeah. I'm assuming that they would, depending on money, I mean, they got to get paid, sure, especially for a trial of that magnitude. But, you're looking at what happened the first time. You're sitting down with Murdaugh and saying, okay, that didn't work. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're not, I know you thought you'd be able to talk your way out of it. You didn't. As a matter of fact, many people feel that you testifying is what made your bed for the conviction. So I would look at that, Alec, and come to the conclusion that you are not going to testify during this trial. And then, yeah, I think that you have to seriously look at, like, if not him, it had to have been a third party culprit, right? I mean, it's like, it's one or the other. It's either him. And like, I took a lot of heat for it, even though like it seemed like people didn't understand the concept that if Murdaugh is the guy who hired two bumbling fools or whatever to come onto the property in order to kill his wife and his son, and he's the person who paid them, it's as if he pulled the trigger, right? Which has always been my theory. Yeah. Like my theory has always been, and that he said once that he was in the house, he knew it was happening. And that once it was done, he's like, all right, I'm going to handle the guns. I'm not letting you fools. Mm-hmm. We're going to use guns that are from the property. My son's leaving guns all over the place all the time. I'll figure that side of it out. And, but I'm going to handle the guns. I'm not allowing two knuckleheads out there wandering around with the murder weapons that can be tracked tracked back to the crime. So I'm going to handle it, which he did. He handled the weapons, and got rid of them. So, I think that's what they have to lean in. Now they're going to abandon the concept of what I think actually happened is that he did get a couple of knucklehead addicts to come onto his property. He gave them, some kind of signal. And then, because that's just the way that played out to me, just kind of like in terms of him being there, it went a little longer than he thought. He had no clue that they were going to be able to establish a time of death from Paul's phone, which was groundbreaking. Really, it's the first time I've ever seen where they really did establish a time of death by using the time that Paul's phone stopped operating because the battery wasn't charged, wherein they went back and used Paul's history and say, this is when he throws down a charger. Like he doesn't sit out there and allow his phone to die. And, he had plans that evening. There's no way that he would have just allowed his phone to die. So he didn't know that the video had been taken, down at the kennels. And he didn't know that they were going to be able to do that in terms of establishing that timeline. So in his mind, he thought he had plenty of time. He's like, okay, well, I'm going to leave the property at whatever, a little after 9, make the drive out to my mom's, go in, lay in bed with her, let people see me. I'm clean. I'm clearly, in his mind, to me, logically, that's what makes the most sense. It really does. So, but again, they can't use that because then still he's just as guilty as if he pulled the trigger. So they'd have to ignore all that part, and which changes the game for Creighton in terms of Waters has to say, okay, well, if they're going to go with that it was 2 other dudes, well, then he hired him, but I think Creighton will stick with that. Alec was the trigger man. It's I just don't know about that. I like that part of it was always as big of a sleazeball, horrible human being that guy is. I mean, you just can't deny the fact that he was definitely a family man. He valued his people. I don't know. And I don't know him from a hole in the ground. You know what I mean? I can only filter things through my own mind, and I'd never be capable of doing that.
Sure.
Ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I am a family man. I cherish the people that I love. And but who knows, man, so I mean, it definitely has enough elements to where I think the result will be the same, but I think it'll still be an appointment trial to watch.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
It's not going to be the same trial. I think at that point, Creighton will realize that he doesn't have to put on 3 weeks of the financial crime shit on the front end. I think that he'll slice that down considerably, and he'll be able to really kind of to get this thing to where it's a real tight ship in terms of the case that he's going to put on. So I don't anticipate it'll be as long. I think that the defense will probably get rid of they'll get rid of the 2 gray boys, the miniature gray boy shooting theory, that video that the defense used, that demonstrative evidence, and they'll probably try to get a little better demonstrative evidence done in terms of, because my thing when I was watching that video, I'm like, okay, well, what about just taking a knee? That puts you right at the right place.
Exactly. That's exactly what one could do. It's not, 2 short people that.
Right. He went and found 2 Oompa Loompas.
Yeah.
He went to Charlie's Willy Wonka's factory and recruited a couple of Oompa Loompas to do the shooting. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be, reality can sometimes be stranger than fiction. Wouldn't that be quite a case if we did find out he did hire
Oompa Loompa
2
defense?
short people that committed this crime, and it was all that's truly what took place. There obviously is a lot of people that don't like Alec Murdaugh. He screwed over tons of people. So I mean, there is, I think, some argument to be made that there's people that may want him dead or may want to harm him or hurt his family to get back at him, and that could create some reasonable doubt. But again, if you go down the road of the financial crimes and stuff. Obviously, that's, I think, one of the big things that sunk him the first time. But could it actually help him a second time of going, look, I'm a horrible person. I screwed all of these people over. There's tons of people who hate me. Somebody, I don't know who, but somebody came and did this because they hated me.
The defense, in order to do that, would have to be able to prove that they had knowledge that they had officially been screwed. Because remember, the testimony was there is that he was absolutely a pro at being able to just simply put his clients at bay by just giving them excuses. Oh, this is what's going on. Like the defense would have to be able to put on evidence that somehow some of his clients became aware of the fact that he had in fact stolen their money. You know what I mean? That they were like, otherwise that thing falls short, right? I mean, like no one can have a motive to kill somebody for them, you know, like feeling, oh, this guy stole all my money if they don't know that he stole the money. You know, because like clients in cases realize that these things can take forever. You know, I mean, they'll talk to their friends. They're like, yeah, you know, civil cases can take a long time before you see money. I mean, they do. Sometimes people wait 6, 8, 10 years to get paid on civil cases. So they can drag, you know, so they'd have to be able to establish that. I don't know if they can or not. But yes, certainly if they're able to establish that somebody or multiple clients had actual knowledge that the guy was stealing their money, then that becomes because for these folks, this was their entire life. You know, they were absolutely relying on this money. I mean, some of these people had injuries that were catastrophic that they needed the money in order to be able to get the medical care or, you know, like treatment that they needed. And, you know, that is the kind of thing that could motivate somebody to want to kill somebody for sure. Without a doubt. I'd be able to prove it like everything else.
Well, it's going to be fascinating when this happens, if this happens. I'm going to bet that it will. But round 2 for Alec Murdaugh. Wow.
All right, true crime addicts, let's cut the crap. You're knee-deep in the gory details of your favorite podcast when suddenly a commercial hits like a bad meal. Seriously? You deserve better. Upgrade to True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts, where you can binge without those annoying ads. Plus, get extended interviews that go deeper into the darkness and early access to episodes so you can be the first to know. It's like trading up from fast food to fine dining, but with more blood. So, go ahead. Search for True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe and feast on the good stuff.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather, now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.
Looking for excitement? Chumba Casino is here. Play anytime, play anywhere. Play on the train, play at the store, play at home, play when you're bored. Play today for your chance to win and get daily bonuses when you log in. So what are you waiting for? Don't delay. Chumba Casino is free to play.
Experience social gameplay like never before. Go to Chumba Casino right now to play hundreds of games, including online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Live the Chumba life at ChumbaCasino.com.
VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? If you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. Choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.
It can get lonely climbing Mount McKinley, so to entertain myself, I go to ChumbaCasino.com. ChumbaCasino.com. At Chumba Casino, I can play hundreds of online casino-style games for free, like online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Plus, I get a daily login bonus. It's just too bad that up here, I don't have anyone to share my excitement with. Woohoo!
Live the Chumba life. Anytime, anywhere. Play for free now at ChumbaCasino.com. VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. And now I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino-style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free, and each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.
Lights are going up, snow is falling down. There's a feeling of goodwill around town. It could only mean one thing. McRib is here. People throwing parties, ugly sweaters everywhere. Stockings hung up by the chimney with care. It could only mean one thing. McRib is here.
At participating McDonald's for a limited time.
How to have fun, anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo! Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.